How to get into Biglaw and stay there. Adam Gropper, an expert on climbing the hierarchy of Biglaw firms, published an excellent book titled What They Don't Teach You in Law School: How to Get a Job. I helped edit his manuscript. His book gives law students and other job seekers a systematic approach and clear examples of how to get a legal job, including a Biglaw one, in this extremely overcrowded and competitive market. If you want a legal job, read his book. This post contains my oft-repeated advice for law students seeking Biglaw jobs. This advice does not appear in Adam's book. It supplements his book. Understand how the Biglaw game is played. When you open a box of a brand new board game, you read the instructions. Here are instructions on how to play the Biglaw game. Suppose Wolfram and Hart made $1 billion last year. The senior partners decide they want to move up the AmLaw 100, or at least not lose rank. They tell all their practice groups, increase revenue by 15% this year. The practice groups, in turn, increase partner matter origination requirements and associate billable rates. What does that mean to you, the job seeker? Lila Morgan is an equity partner at Wolfram and Hart. Her matter origination requirement increased to $2 million this year. She invented brilliant legal products in the past and sold them to the Fortune 100. However, their in-house counsel have mastered her past innovations, as have competing law firms. If she misses her $2 million origination requirement, the partnership might kick her out. She wakes up on January 1st thinking, how am I going to sell $2 million in product? What does this mean to you? Now, you swing a coveted 30-minute interview with Lila Morgan. Do you get the picture yet? Lila walks into your interview with two things on her mind. One, what legal products can I sell this year? And two, who will buy them? HR emailed your application packet, your resume, your transcript to Lila before the interview. She never opened that email because she has no idea if doing so would help her sell $2 million. She does not care about you unless you help her sell $2 million. Do not waste your precious interview time extolling how patient and virtuous you are. Do not brag about how you were second oralist at the Van Dufen Regional. During one interview, a candidate painstakingly told me about the capabilities of my firm and practice group. I know what I do for work. When you interview, talk about 1. Your existing client list, 2. Your existing product list, and other appropriate subjects for your interview include 3. Potential clients of the firm you'd like to cross-sell your existing products to, and 4. Products of the firm you'd like to cross-sell to your existing clients. Now, you're interviewing and playing the Biglaw game. This game is what we mean by the business of law. A managing partner of a DC Biglaw firm once told me that about 1/3 of each associate class was made up of the sons and daughters and chosen of major clients. Major clients are besieged from all sides by competing offers from competing Biglaw firms. Their business is portable, and this is one way that they, too, play the Biglaw game. One ratio is an associate's receipts must be 4 times salary. That is, if you're paid $180,000 per year, clients should pay the firm $720,000 per year for your work alone. These receipts cover your direct expenses, such as your $180,000 salary plus benefits, health insurance, along with indirect expenses such as Class A office space, laptop leases, Westlaw licenses, and the appropriate profit margin for the firm and the partners. Take receipts of $72,000, divide it by your billing rate, and that's how much you will work. As a junior associate, you need not differentiate between your clients and others' clients for a few years. For example, if your billing rate is $350 an hour, you should bill at least 2,000 hours per year. That is a full-time equivalent. That doesn't sound so bad on the face of it. But there are multiple ways this simple calculation can fail. A major client can refuse to pay or be unable to pay. I worked for one client, a business of a US congressman, that the firm offered services to for free without telling me. That hurt my end-of-year productivity. You'll get written down by your partners and written off by your clients. Your legal product that you spent so much time developing may never sell. Your contingent fee litigation may resolve unfavorably. Your major matter that was supposed to last for several years unexpectedly settled in February of this year. Your other major matter stops because the client had a merger and their counsel too busy or too uncertain to authorize any action. The practice group hired too many associates and some of the partners just left or retired. And there's not enough work. If your receipts are lower than the associates around you, call recruiters. Formulate an exit strategy. If you survive to senior associate, and not many do, your metrics shift from receipts to matter origination. One DC area recruiter told me senior associates need to book between $750,000 and $1 million of revenue per year to be marketable and employed at a firm. If you're a senior and have a much smaller book of business, from both clients pushed down to you by your firm and your own efforts, then call recruiters. Formulate an exit strategy. Are the players insane? One clinical psychology professor who works extensively with attorneys in Biglaw asks, who wants this? Who wants to be compelled to chase after 15% more in sales each and every year and to compete against extremely accomplished people engaged in the same rat race? Could these brilliant Biglaw attorneys do something more productive, more meaningful, more rewarding with their lives? And many do leave. That brings me to my second to last piece of advice for the Biglaw game. When you make equity partner, some percentage of that $2 million you're required to rainmake is yours. When you interview, you should project the heartfelt understanding that making money is very important to you. Such airs suggest, if nothing else, cultural fit, that you are partner material. I endorse Adam Gropper's book because it bridges the tragic mismatch between law school and Biglaw. Law school teaches you to hunker down in a library every day and analyze hundreds of pages of case law. Reading and resistance to boredom are not, of themselves, differentiators for Biglaw hiring, because everyone else in Biglaw is equally capable, and because that's not how the game is played. This is why many people with excellent law school pedigree and grades encounter Biglaw, hate it, and leave. A common exit is computer programming or IT management where, along with no sales, one might make more per hour and enjoy more relaxed, stable employment where people are often more helpful to each other. One product manager that tells me that roughly 10% of career transitioning computer programmers are lawyers exiting their profession. On the other hand, much opportunity exists for attorneys who didn't make Biglaw out of law school, but are natural rainmakers. I've watched those people go to firms I've never heard of in undesirable and dangerous cities, attract business, lateral into mid-law, attract more business, and end up in a Biglaw firm in the city of their choice. That's just another way to play the Biglaw game. My final piece of advice for winning at this game: read Adam Gropper's second book.